Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Stephanie D. Burrows, CEO of Stephanie Speaking. This is a mindful moment, and I'm going to take a little time on this. So come on in if you're there, like, share, and pass it on to someone else. Remember to pass it on. Don't hold on to things just for yourself. And I wanted to just go over this devotional because it impacted me. I had a few things that I was reading. I was like, oh, this is so great. This is so awesome. And what good is it if I don't share it with you? So this is one of them. This devotional is called Breathing Room. I believe I think this is 5 days. Yes, it's a 5-day devotional. But I got all the way to the third day and I was just stuck on that first, kept going back to it. So I just want to share this with you. And like I said, it's a devotional called Breathing Room. And it's by Sandra, Sandra Stanley, and it can be found. I'm going through my YouVersion Bible app. So that's where I'm picking this up from. Just thought this was so powerful because it speaks to the day, it speaks to today, it speaks to the past, pre-COVID, and it's also speaking to what may happen post-COVID. In the chaotic everyday pace of meetings, events, obligations, carpooling kids, caring for parents, serving others, finding me time, running errands, running across town, running myself ragged, and running out of energy, I sometimes want to literally lie down in green pastures or sit beside quiet waters, though I'd settle for just a cup of tea on the back porch. You too? We need breathing room. Breathing room is the space between your pace and your limit. I'll say that again. Breathing room is the space between your pace and your limit. It's an unhurried conversation with your best friend. It's dinner around the table instead of the drive-through. It's being able to give generously because you haven't spent every dollar that you've made. Breathing room is an intentionally slower, smaller, reprioritized life. I know you'd agree that living that way sounds better than the frantic, frazzled feeling of being overcommitted and overwhelmed. So many people are living in overwhelm right now. And I have a formula for them. It's called Release, and it's a coaching program. But let's move on. And yet, a glance at your to-do list or calendar probably shows that, like the rest of us, you struggle to slow down. Is your calendar packed? So what's pushing you to live beyond your limits? It's hard to recognize and a little bit hard to admit, but for many, it's fear. Many are afraid of missing out. So we try to squeeze in dinner with the girls, even though you've had a day that's been exhausting. You're afraid of falling behind everyone else, so you browse online for a new car, even though your own is perfectly fine. You're afraid of disappointing people, so you agree to join the committee, even though you're not passionate about the project. Do these sound familiar to you? Fear whispers the lies that we're being left out and left behind. So we load our calendars and drain our bank accounts. Fear steals our breathing room. Fear steals our breathing room. But do you know the most repeated command in the entire Bible? It says, do not be afraid. Don't you know I don't know how many times it says this, but it's so often you'll see, do not be afraid. God tells us that we don't have to let fear bully us around. He offers us a surprisingly simple way to overcome it. Here's something you can do. Ask yourself, what's one thing I agreed to attend just because I was afraid of missing out or disappointing someone by saying no? Hello, who is that? Is that you? Want me to say that again? What's one thing? You write this out. This is a little practice for you that you agreed to attend just because you were afraid of missing out or disappointing someone by saying no. How many of you know how to say no? How many of you don't fear saying no? How many of you have no trouble whatsoever saying no? People ask you, will you do this? Can you do this? Can you come here? Can you go there? And you go into that little space, what I call in my grit growth program, that space of being grounded and grounded by those core values. And that there's you looking through that real quick. It's just simultaneous. What's that core value? And sometimes you ignore the core value because the core value might have told you to say, no, you don't need to go to that. That's not right. That's not for you. Not now, anyway. But you just didn't want to disappoint somebody, or you didn't want to, you thought that you're going to miss out on something. You just didn't say no. There's stuff I know. I signed up for all kinds of things. And I just had to listen to the body. The body itself will let you know whether or not that's something for you or not, good, bad, or indifferent. It will let you know. So that's another thing that I'll share with you going forward. And that's coming from a different book altogether. But anyway, thank you all, whoever's coming by, stopping by to share. I know it's Saturday. I know you got a lot of stuff you have to run around and do. I know you have a to-do list that's packed, jammed full. If you're wondering why is she all dressed up, I just got off of doing and being interviewed by Diane L. Murray Clements on her show. So I wanted to look nice for the folks, but I want to look nice for you all too, because y'all get enough of seeing me coming in from running and exercising and looking like a hot mess in my flesh. So God bless each and every one of you. The light me bows to and honors the light in you. Blessings. And I pray that you remain healthy and strong, and that your family is the same, and that you have peace. You find peace, you embrace peace, and let it spill all through you. And I guarantee you, it will spill on others. This is Dr. Stephanie D. Burrows, CEO of Stephanie Speaking. You can find me at www.stephaniespeaking.com. And for those of you who would like perhaps a free strategy session, how's that? I'm going to put it in the comments. I'm not certain that's going to show up, but I'll put it in the comments, and it'll be how you can get to me and do a 30-minute free strategy session. I am I speak, I train, I coach. I coach in two areas. One is in mindfulness, and the other side is on the business development for those of you who have a business and you want to go into government contracting, you want to increase the sales that you're making, or you want to get started in that, whether it be at the federal, state, local level, and public agencies as well, and all those pesky certifications. So those are some of the things that I am doing. So I'm putting in here how you can get to that free strategy session. Oh boy. And there we go. So that's https://go/onehub.com/connection meeting. So that will be a free strategy session. Let's talk about what your needs are and which way you want to go, or if you want to go both ways. I have a new client just signing up to do both the personal development side of the business as well as the business development side. So looking forward to that. Have a blessed day, everyone.